Also, I wanted to talk to you guys about the importance of trimming your wick. And it's so funny because I've had this conversation with multiple friends of mine, and they're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that. So let me just break this down. Okay. So before I started doing candles, I never really understood the importance of trimming the wick. I kind of thought, like, why would I trim my wick if I want my candle to last? And so the way that I looked at it is, okay, maybe they're just trying to get me to trim my wick so that I can come back and buy more candles, and then it's like a never-ending cycle. Wrong. So what I found was the importance of trimming your wick, and why it's so important is because, so it's one of those things where, say that it basically just keeps your candle from burning down. It actually saves your candle is what I'm trying to get at. And so say that you light your candle and then you come back later and you relight it. It's almost like the equivalent of like relighting a match or relighting anything that's already been lit before. Like once you light it again, the flame is going to be even bigger, but it's also going to have like that old soot around it. So I think that's why you run into, I know that's why sometimes you'll have candles that mushroom on top, and then when you blow them out, they'll have like that brown or that black soot, like a mushroom sitting on top of the wick. So the best thing to do is to trim that every time that you light it, because it's like every time you trim it, it's almost like you're getting rid of that and starting from scratch. And the whole idea is to keep that wax pool, do you know what I mean, contained. So it's just like every time you relight it, it's a new thing going on. So I hope I explained that very well, but that's basically why it's important to just like trim your wick. You trim your wick, it keeps your candle burning longer or lasting longer. It keeps it even from when, like I've seen the difference between when I've relit a burnt candle that I've just like blown out. Like I've relit it and I've seen how like big the flame gets. And therefore it produces like a bigger wax pool. And therefore you're like using more wax, which causes your candle to burn out even more. Do you know what I mean? I really hope that makes sense because it made sense to me. But yeah, once I learned that, I was like, oh, so every time I light my candles, when I'm done, I put the lid on top to, put it out. And then once I relight it, I trim the wick, relight it. Every time I burn it, like every time I put it out, trim the wick before I relight it again, and then I relight it. That works.